What's going on, everybody? This is Sabre24 on the WhimsyG Players channel, and today I'm gonna show you guys my yellow cheating deck, as I like to call it, which is just pretty much yellow, the Big Mom Pirates, but instead of one of the Karakuris, the Big Mom or Karakuri basically, I have Yamato as my leader. Now, this isn't any groundbreaking deck, but people just seem to request deck lists all the time when I post matches on the channel. They want to know the deck list, and I might as well show it to you guys finally, because I think if I don't show it soon, the next set is going to drop. Set 5. I'm not quite sure, but I think it's coming soon. So anyway, I guess I should start with the leader. Why I use Yamato instead of Karakuri or Big Mom. Pretty much I like simple leaders like this one, and I like Yamato too. She has a pretty nice effect. Is if you are at opponent's turn, if you have at 2 life or less, then it gains 1,000 power. And this is actually, it can come in a lot of the times and really cause problems to your opponent. It basically means she's at 6, so if they're gonna attack, they need to be, 6 or more. They gotta put some extra dons if they wanna go for that damage. So that's pretty much it. Nothing else to it. Karakuri is pretty good. Big Mom, I don't have much to say about that. Most people that use yellow with the Big Mom Pirates, they use Karakuri because he's really good. But I decided to do things a little bit different and use this chick right here. You do have to have a Dawn on her though. So if you don't really get the bonus. But a lot of the times you are going to put a Dawn to make an attack. So, yeah. Okay. Now, moving on to the actual characters, it's a lot of standard stuff, I would say. I like Charlotte Galette right here because she's that 2/2 blocker, pretty much like the what the fuck was the name? That mustache dude from the Whitebeard Pirates. I forgot his name again, but it's the same thing. So, could be good early card when you don't have anything else to play and you don't have pudding. You play her down. Defense mid-game, mid-late game. I got the Charlotte Cracker. This dude is also kind of cool. You gotta be losing to really take advantage of his effect, but it's a really strong effect when you get it going. Put a Dawn card, he gains 1,000, and he can do double attack. So basically this guy becomes 7,000 with double attack for just a 4, and that's too good. Now a lot of times, if you are gonna control the game and don't let your opponent get life, which I do a lot in any One Piece deck I use, then you're not going to be behind, so you can't utilize this guy's effect. But he's still a trigger card. Yellow, the reason why yellow is broken and I call it yellow cheating is because they got a billion of different cards that have trigger, that you just discard a card and you can play that for free, but they have high stats, like 5k and up, or 5k I guess. I mean, right now I guess with the Straw Hat, Law, and Kid starter deck, I forgot the name, the 3 leaders starter deck or whatever. There's a lot of broken stuff in that too, that they can just summon cards easy for free. But yellow is still pretty unfair in this regard. It's what they do, I suppose. So you're going to see a lot of these cards here. Same with this bitch, Charlotte Smoothie. I don't like her, to be honest. I never want to use her effect. I don't like these sort of effects where you have to sacrifice something big to get an effect like that. You add a card from the top or bottom of your life to your hand and it gains 2,000 during the battle. No thanks. Just for 2,000 lose a life? I don't think so. Maybe for advanced players they know how to utilize this, but I wouldn't want to do that. But she's still one of those characters, 4 cost 5, which is good. 1,000. Both of these cards work as counters too. And your opponent hits this in the triggers, in the life, you can just summon it for free, so too good. Then we got a 4 playset, of course, of Charlotte Pudding with her third eye out, looking mean. This is your searcher, exactly as Nami. I mean, 1, 2,000, works as a counter in hand, and you can look at the top 4 cards and grab a Big Mom Pirate or even a Sanji card. So I guess Nami is slightly stronger, but it's the typical searcher, So you gotta run her is your best opening character at the start of the game. And even mid to late game when you don't have much else going on, you play this down. Obviously, if you put Dance, she can still attack and be useful, but she gives you that plus card advantage. Okay, then we got the most broken trigger dude. It's this guy, Perospero. This guy is a 3 and a 5. So similar to these guys, but he doesn't have a counter in hand, but has a much better cost. So if you're gonna summon him anyway, then you don't care. Same trigger effect. Discard something, summon this guy for free, so broken as fuck. And the other reason this guy is so good compared to Smoothie, and maybe this guy is really good too, but I mean, this guy is that Sangan effect, that sort of floater, Witch of the Black Forest, if you play Yu-Gi-Oh! If you let this dude die, you get a plus. So your opponent just kills it. They don't really accomplish much because they get a card. You get a card. So it's that sort of a lose-lose situation for your opponent when you got this down. So that's why I think this guy is just too good. If he dies, you reveal 3 cards from the deck and get a Big Mom Pirate put into your hand. So too good. Max this out as well. And then Sanji, Vince Smoke family card, but it's pretty much, it's almost like a Big Mom card in this deck. So trigger, once again, trash a card, play this for free. He's a 4/5 blocker, works as a counter in hand. Just very, very good, very well-rounded cards. Just for the trigger effect, they got good stats. It's not like they got shit stats. It's the 4/5, you know. So just a lot of summoning presents you're gonna get from your life for free. When you have so many of these cards running playsets, you're bound to have some of these in your life, so you can get free cards down. It's just too good. And then we got the Perospero, the big one here, vanilla one, 8k, 6. This is like the Mihawk that I like to use in blue. Just simple cards, high stats, no real drawback. So we run 3 because I got other big characters too, Big Mom. And then we do 5 of Randolph, kind of a cool card as well. Just Big Mom, her crew is just full of interesting and cool characters. But this dude is same thing as this dude, just 1 cost less, 1,000 attack less. But he's a 5, so for variety, I think this is the only 5 in the deck I got. I max it out. Then I do 2 of the Charlotte Katakuri from the starter deck, the hollow one. This is pretty much gonna act as a rush dude if you're behind in prizes or in life. So I think it's good. He doesn't have a counter effect in hand, but that's why we only run 2. We don't go overboard with him. He's nice though. I mean, it's that 4/6, and he can get that rush, so it's pretty nice. All you have to do is just look at one card from the top of your opponent's deck and decide where it goes, if you want to put it at the bottom or top. And then he basically gets rush. Kind of a meaningless maybe, but I guess they decided to give it this shit, not get rush automatically. Alright, then I got 4 of the Brûlée, the branch, max her out too. Like Boa Hancock in blue that I kind of like. It's that, you know, blocker with trigger. You don't have to discard with her, which is nice. And she works as a counter in hand too, so she's not useless over there. Stats are weak, but it just gives you that defense, that decoy. When your opponent has a bunch of big characters, they want to go for game, this could be standing in their way. And then I max out Charlotte Pudding. This is a 2000 counter card. I never want to summon her down, but I like having 2000 counter cards. And yellow, I guess they have a few. I think green and purple, they have the most, which is busted. But we have a few for yellow as well, and I decided to put her in. If you do summon her, I mean, 2 for 3 is not too bad. You can put a bunch of duns that she can attack. So from the other ones, I think there's a bunch of other ones, like the Cook dude that's useless. That gives you 2000 counter. I think she's the best. Plus is Charlotte. Gotta run the fine hose. And then I got Charlotte Lin Lin, the boss character here. I run 3 of her. Don't want to go overboard because early game, if you open with a bunch of big characters, you're at a disadvantage. So it's the kind of thing where you want to have a balanced amount of cards in your deck for different costs. So this card is broken, rightfully so. People are saying it's broken. It's a 7/8 cost, but she has a really strong on-play effect. Either your opponent has to trash a life, or you get a free life from your deck. So either effect is good. You run so many trigger cards that whatever you grab from your deck, there's a good chance it's going to be a trigger card. Plus it's defense, or your opponent has to forfeit a life. So busted. And from there on out, she's just a good body. I mean, doesn't have a counter in hand, but the effect is just too good. Compare this with Perospero. I guess this guy gives you more utility, better, lower cost, counter hand. But this effect is just sort of too good. That's why she's so busted. So you run her. I guess I should quickly mention why I don't run the bigger Big Mom. The one that's 10 cost. If you guys are aware, or maybe you're not, some of those cards, they do need a Big Mom leader to work. So since we have Yamato, I can't run some of those cards. But I'm fine, building the deck a bit differently and having less big cards like that with big costs. It makes our deck maybe more consistent in a way. Or just we won't break as much with those big characters. And it just gives you more space for other things. Get the benefit of Yamato. That's it. And then I got 2 of the Baron Tamago. Just have 2 of this guy because we run a lot of 4s as it is. These trigger ones. This guy is your typical vanilla. He's good. He's cool. But because yellow has all of these trigger ones, we just kind of eat up space. So 2 of this dude. And then max out Peckhams as well because I don't have too many 3s. It's just this dude and Perospero basically. Well, and her, but you don't want to summon her. You want to get her from the triggers. So once again, balance out the cost numbers. I mean, you don't want to have 10 cards that are 4s and then 0 that are 3s. So that's why I'm more of Peckhams than Tamago. And this is the deck. I mean, it's pretty much yellow. They got a lot of broken stuff. Lists are going to be very similar, but I think mine is probably going to have some differences. People might think, why you run an X card, why you don't run X card. Well, now you know. I just made it to suit my style, basically. And, with yellow and the triggers, it's the sort of thing where luck, you sort of ride your luck a little bit too with the triggers the cards that are going to get into the triggers, that sort of thing. Okay, and once again, this is the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's my version for yellow for now. I don't really know. I haven't looked at the cards in OP5. I know some of the stuff we're getting, but I actually don't know. Are the cards on the site? Maybe I should do a set review. I think the set is coming late December. I could be wrong. I don't think it should be January. But I think it's coming soon, so get the deck profile out of the way for those that asked what's the list. Now you know. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share the video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. Warai!